Today we're at Lilleshall and we're here for another training camp, getting ready for the games. You're really looking forward to coming to these camps to see your team. When I left the Navy a few years ago, you kind of lose that team ethos. Being able to be part of that team and being with those people again, it's really good. The hardest point of this process for me is trying to control myself. So I've always tried to accept the way I am now rather than the way I used to be.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Leave it. Sit down.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm part of Team UK and I'll be competing in the Invictus Games 2025. I joined the Royal Navy when I was 16 back in '98. Being as a weapon engineer, you always work with your hands, and I noticed later on in my career that I was starting to get issues, and then I had a small accident where it kicked off a whole issue with the body, which was called psoriatic arthritis. A lot of the time you wake up in the morning and it will feel like you've been hit by a bus for no reason whatsoever. You'll have extreme muscle pain, you'll have extreme pains in your joints, you'll have swelling. The fatigue that comes in can be incredibly bad, so sometimes after a full day at work I'll come back and I'll be absolutely shattered, and you can't do anything else because you're so tired. I'm extremely tired. Head's absolutely banging and my body's hanging out. You feel pain as well, shooting through your body. It's just randomly, it's on your legs, your hips, your arms. That really hit me mentally, going from being physically fit and always being at sea, then all of a sudden people are just accusing you of faking it, of sea dodging. People don't really believe that there's anything wrong with you. When there's nothing physically identifiably wrong with you, you're being accused of it, and you actually start mentally thinking that, is there anything actually wrong with you, or are you just got it into your head? One of the things that I really struggle with this whole Invictus Games is what's called imposter syndrome. So I still, struggle with not thinking that I belong there, and there's still this stigma put behind it where if you don't look disabled, you're not disabled. The whole point of me doing this is to get that stigma gone. You're ill, you've got a disability even though it's not visible. Before I had the condition, I was very fit, outdoors, constantly going, basically, never stopping. I used to really enjoy endurance sports. Muay Thai martial arts was a massive part of my life, and the day-to-day running, and then having to give up sports, not being able to do what you used to do, it kicked off a huge depressive state for me as well. I can't run or cycle anymore or do any exercise in the morning. It's too much for me to be able to do that and go to work and then carry on with the day afterwards as well. So I set myself in the right mind frame for the day by taking the dog out for a walk in the local park. Works best for us if we've still got a routine. I've always watched the Invictus Games. It's always been brilliant to watch because it's sport. I'm just a massive lover of sport. I remember seeing an old friend of mine. I was like, oh, what are you doing now? I hadn't seen him for a while. And he was like, oh, I'm going to the Dusseldorf Invictus. And he said to me, why don't you get yourself involved? And I was like, no, do you know what? There's no need for me to get involved. I've only got psoriatic arthritis, I've not got missing limbs, I've not got this, I've not got that. And he said, no, get yourself involved, get yourself. So I thought, why not? I'll give it a go, I'll give it a try.
The girls were over the moon when he got selected. Probably the thing I admire most is his commitment to it, because there have been times when he's gone on camp and he hasn't even been able to walk. He's used sticks to get around, and he's still gone and he's still given it everything he's got, and then he's still come home and done family things with us afterwards. So I think it's not just the commitment to the games, it's the commitment to us as well. Each camp you've always got plenty of staff there, and you know what, they're so friendly, and
It makes it a lot easier for you to be able to talk to them, and you feel you can open up. They understand what you're going through, and that's a real big part of it.
We just crack on. You know, we get up, we crack on. You've got an injury, you crack on. You know, you don't really go for the help. And by coming here, you all of a sudden have realised that there's so much support there, so much help.
The guys from the Legion said, right, you need to write down a word that means something to you. And I wrote down the word acceptance, because I've never accepted that I've got a disability, and the Invictus so far has really helped me accept that I have got a disability, and I do need to slow things down, and I do need to change the way I'm doing everything in my life. I really enjoy the rowing. Since I've been introduced to it by the RBL coaches, I've really enjoyed it. That's something I can do without putting pressure on my body. Since joined a rowing club, which one of the coaches put me in touch with, actually. I'll go out rowing for a few hours and I'll come back feeling fresh, rather than going out running and coming back thinking that I need to take the next couple of days off.
It's getting real. Every time we come here, that there's a little bit more that becomes real. Yeah, these feelings are starting to settle in now, because we are getting really close.